Hello everyone, welcome to how to solve this very nice system of equations. A plus 1 over b equal to 7 and b plus 1 over c equal to 4 and c plus 1 over a equal to 1. Our job is to find the value of ABC. So let's start. First we multiply all these three equations. So this will become a plus 1 over b times b plus 1 over c times c plus 1 over a equal to 7 times 4 times 1. Now first we expand these two expressions. So this a times b will become ab and a times 1 over c will become plus a over c and 1 over b times b plus 1 over b times 1 over c will become plus 1 over bc times this remaining expression c plus 1 over a equal to this 7 times 4 times 1 will become 28. Now this AB times C will become ABC and AB times 1 over A will become plus B and A over C times C will become plus A over C times 1 over A will become plus 1 over C and 1 times C plus C 1 time 1 over A plus 1 over A and 1 over BC times C will become plus 1 over B and 1 over BC times 1 over A will become plus 1 over ABC equal to 28. Now we rearrange these terms, we combine these two terms ABC and plus 1 over ABC. So this will become ABC plus 1 over ABC. Now we combine these two terms A and plus 1 over B plus A plus 1 over B. We use parentheses to make this a group plus we combine these two terms B and plus 1 over C. So this will become B plus 1 over C. We use parentheses to make this another group plus we combine these two terms C and plus 1 over A. So this will become C plus 1 over A. We use parentheses equal to 28. Now we replace this A plus 1 over B and B plus 1 over C and C plus 1 over A with the values from the original equations. A plus 1 over B equal to 7 and B plus 1 over C equal to 4 and C plus 1 over A equal to 1. A plus 1 over B equal to 7 and B plus 1 over C equal to 4 and this is C plus 1 over A is equal to 1. So this equation will become A times B times C plus 1 over A times B times C plus 7 plus 4 plus 1 equal to 28. Next, A times B times C plus 1 divided by A times B times C plus 7 plus 4 11 plus 1 will become 12 equal to 28. Move this 12 to the right hand side. This will become A times B times C plus 1 over A times B times C equal to 28 minus 12. Next, a times b times c plus 1 over a times b times c equal to, this will become 16. Now, because we have to calculate the value of a times b times c, so to simplify this equation, we suppose that let a times b times c equal to x. So the equation will become x plus 1 over x equal to 16. If we multiply both sides of this equation by x, then this implies that x squared plus 1 equal to 16 times x. Move this 16x to the left hand side, this will become x squared minus 16 times x plus 1 equal to 0. Now this is a quadratic equation and is not factorable, so we solve it by quadratic formula. According to quadratic formula, x is equal to negative times the value of b is negative 16 plus or minus the square root of, in place of b squared we write negative 16 squared minus 4 times a is 1 times c is 1 divided by 2 times a is 1. Next, x is equal to negative times negative 16 will become positive 16 plus or minus the square root of, this negative 16 squared will become 256. Negative 4 times 1 negative 4 divided by this 2 times 1 will become 2. Next, x is equal to 16 plus or minus the square root of 256 minus 4 will become 252 divided by 2. Now if we factorize this 252, if we factorize this 252, first we divide by 2, so this will become 2 1 time, 2 2 times, 4 and 2 6 times. Next, again divide by 2, 2 6 times, 2 3 times. Now this is divisible by 3, 3 2 times, 3 1 time, again 3 3 7 times. So this will become x is equal to 16 plus or minus the square root of, this will become 2 squared times this will become 3 squared times this 7 divided by 2. Next, x is equal to 16 plus or minus, this square will be cancelled with the square root and this square will be cancelled with the square root, and this 2 times 3 6 will become outside the square root, this will become 6 times root 7 divided by 2. Next, x is equal to, from the numerator we can factor out 2, in bracket left 8 plus minus 3 times root 7 divided by 2. Now this 2 will be cancelled with this 2, we get the value of x equal to 8 plus minus 3 times root 7. Now recall that we have supposed that ABC equal to x, and we have to find the value of ABC. We have supposed that a times b times c equal to x. So we get two values of ABC, a times b times c equal to 8 plus 3 times root 7 and a times b times c equal to 8 minus 3 times root 7. So we have two solutions for this equation.